let's start with that. Let's start with the fact that I did not know that he was homeless before anybody says, oh my God, not you out here just dating bums. Listen, I didn't know he was a bum till I found out he was a bum, okay?
Okay, we got it. All right, guys. So I am in a different scenery. I need a light in here, but I don't have a light. Y'all will. I'll probably get a light after this video, but I'm not like where my computer setup is, so y'all gotta excuse me. But y'all can still see me though. No cap.
So here's how this thing got started, right? I was working at this little daycare. Not gonna tell you what daycare I was working at, but I was working at this little daycare, this little 24-hour thing, right? And I was like not fresh, but like low-key a little fresh off of not like I said, I wasn't fresh. It's fresh off a little relationship, and it was almost around Valentine's Day, right? So I'm working the desk. I'm at the school by myself, like I always am on a goddamn Sunday, right? At the school by myself, working, doing my big thing, right? Dad comes in because his child does indeed go to the daycare, or went to the daycare at that time. Dad comes in, and mind you, like I already always felt like Dad was low-key flirting with me, but I'm a nonchalant Aquarius. I don't really be giving a fuck about none of that shit, especially when I'm at work. When I'm at work, quit talking to me. I got a job to do, nigga. What you talking about?
Oh, that's why the girls be acting like that on their jobs. They be having jobs to do. Okay. Cause hey, you ever try to holler at a girl on her job and she be like, you know what I'm saying? She be trying to run away. Like, don't run away from this girl. Goddamn, this is goddamn royalty right here in front of you. Holy.
Sorry. But that is how I am. When I'm at work, I'm at work. Don't talk to me about nothing else, nothing personal, right? But for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know. I was having a good day, right? I was having a grand day. Dad walked. Fuck, that was a lot of seasoning. Dad walks in. Dad's like, hey, hello, good morning, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Miss Shay, good morning. I'm like, hey, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. Good morning, right? So then takes his baby back to the baby room, comes back up, and then he kind of just stands in the middle of the hallway, and I'm like, what's up? Like, what's up? Do you need something, Mr. T? You need something, right? He's like, yeah, your number. You look really nice today. I would like to take you out. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You've been flirting with me for a little bit.
So, y'all remember, it's not always, I told y'all all the time, you got work boyfriends, and let me move my mic right here. Like I told y'all all the time, you got work boyfriends and you got work girlfriends, right? But you also have to be very careful with the motherfuckers, them customers that come to your spouse's job. I tell y'all all the time, if your boy or your girl got a job, they most likely got a work boyfriend or a work girlfriend. It's also the clients too. Like me personally, I don't want no girl that's a server. Too many niggas coming through passing you all day like this. Too many niggas. I don't got time for that. Too many options for you. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't really want my girl to be no stripper, no server, no none of that shit. Regular customer service is fine. She works at a daycare, so she got to worry about the dad sitting on her. You know what I'm talking about? Point is, I don't think nothing is exempt. That's why my bitch can't have no job. No cab. No, I'm just playing. She got to work from home. I'm just playing. I'm just joking, y'all. Y'all be taking me serious when I be like, oh, my bitch can't have no job. She can have a job. I'm just going to be careful, nigga. Like, I know what the fuck going on at these jobs, nigga.
I'll buy it. I'll give you the number, right? Gave him the number. Should have never did that shit. Should have never, ever done that shit. Never, right? Gave him the number. We're texting throughout the day. I got off at like 2 o'clock because I got there at 5. So just so happened he was picking his son up at the same time kind of thing, right? He's like, can I drop you off? I'm like, cool. Not stranger danger because I am aware of who you are. People saw me leave with you. So if something happens to me, they know it's you. So I'm like, yeah, you can take me home, right? I didn't let him take me home. I let him drop me off in the apartments next to my apartments. I want him to know where I lived at, so I just let him drop me off.
Okay, that was smart.
So then we part our ways. He texts me and he's like, hey, do you? And I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, can I come smoke with you? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't see why not. I'm like, I don't really see why not, you know?
Yo, I like this though. It's smooth selling. She ain't like, oh, you can't come to my house. And well, she did do that, but that's cool. Like, I'm gonna have you drop me off to the apartment next door, type shit. Like, that shit cool. But if I can come on. We can smoke. Let's do it. I like that. Here I come.
So
Smooth.
he pulls up, and he also, like, at this point he was also like distributing it, you know. So he pulls up. He's like, you know, if you need a garden man, I can be that. And I'm like, you know what, cool, because I don't really like going to the dispensaries. I'm gonna keep it hot with you. So all right, cool. So that's how that got started, right? So then
I personally like going to the dispensaries. I'm out of town right now, as y'all can see. I'm going to the dispensary. Like, no cap. You feel me? Like, it's a little higher, though. I know.
I was like, after we smoked that little blunt, I was like, well, let me buy some off you so I could just have some. Because I ain't had none. So I'm like, let me just get some off you, right? He just gives it to me. Just gives it to me. But as we're smoking, he hit me with this. And I hate... First of all, I've always told my younger friends and just people in general ever around me before I met the man that I'm with right now, in my younger 20s, you could not run game on me, because I was running game on you 9 times out of 10. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. I was a game runner. I got 12 brothers. Be for real, okay?
Oh, shit. Okay.
I was a game runner, so he thought he was running game with me. No, babe, I'm running game on you. Okay, so he hit me with this. I found this funny. Yes, I was high, but I still found this extremely amusing. Looks at me and says, oh, I can see you just got so much hurt and pain in your eyes. I want to take that away from you. And I'm looking at him like, boy, fuck out of my face, right?
Where did that come from? Was she sad or anything? Like, what the fuck?
But to make a long story short on that part, right? So we smoke, he goes home, that's it. So the next day he's like, hey, can I come over, make you breakfast kind of shit? And I'm like, cool, I don't feel like cooking, whatever. Let him come over, and then I forgot what happened in the middle of all of that good shit, right? But somehow we end up in a car, because he's like, oh, well, come with me to pick up my son, because his son was at the school. The school is a 24-hour, 7 days a week school. So it was probably like a Saturday. It was a Saturday. He was like, come with me to pick up my son. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, go with him. But before we get to the school, he makes a stop at the place that he was living at, which once I got there and figured out, like, at this point is when I figured out he was homeless, because I was sitting in a car for like 20-30 minutes, and as I'm sitting in the car, I'm looking around, and I see this nigga like bringing baskets and tubs full of clothes to the car, and I'm like,
damn, my boy selling weed. Weed sales must not be up, but he got daycare though. He got daycare. Well, daycare money will take all your motherfucking money. Hence why I be putting a motherfucking condom on. See, I put the condom on.
Dad comes in because his child does indeed go to the daycare, or went to the daycare. Shit, like, after he dropped me off type shit, he then comes back to the car and he's like, that bitch tripping, she just put me out. And I'm like, who is that? Like, who was that, bro?
We both got the same face. Who is
Come
that?
to find out, it was just some white lady he found on Craigslist looking for a roommate. Said that the lady and her son was like stealing food from him and shit like that. None of that was really happening. He was the one in there stealing food, trying to fuck on that lady, and she wasn't trying to do it. Like, it was a lot, okay? A lot. So he then looks at me and he's like, well, can me and my son, just spend the night till I figure out where we're gonna be at, right?
No. Nobody spending the night at my house ever, nigga. Like, people be quick to be, like, asking stuff like that. No, nigga, you cannot spend the night over at my house, bro. No, you cannot. I don't give a fuck. Your toddler and all of that, man. I don't be caring about none of that shit, bro. I don't know you, bro. No cap.
Right? And me, I said out loud, but also in my head, your son can stay.
Yeah, because y'all females, like, y'all gonna care, like, oh, it's a baby outside, it's a toddler. Me, that ain't my baby, bro. Like, figure that shit out.
because his son was like a son to me. Like when I was at work, that was my work baby. Like that was my
I understand
baby.
that. I understand that.
Anybody who worked at that school with me at that time period knew that was my son. Period. Point blank. I could just tell that the baby needed some love, so I would always just go into the classroom. I'd always just go into the classroom, comb his hair, you know, rub him down in lotion, wipe him up if I need to wipe him up, put him on some clean clothes. I would always just take care of the baby, right? So I'm like, you know, your son can stay, but I'm not really comfortable with you staying because I don't really know you like that, right? But then at some point I gave in, and I'm like, you know, that would be kind of fucked up for your son to be here and you not be here. So I'm like, yeah, cool. You know, y'all can bum on the couch, right? Y'all can bum on the couch. So after I said, yeah, y'all can bum on the couch, I literally said for the night. For the night. We get back to my house, this nigga start bringing in everything. He just bringing in all the baskets.
You give somebody an inch, they take a mile. God damn.
In the tubs of clothes, and I'm like, what are you doing with that? I said for the night, my guy. So he kind of just like forcefully moved his fucking self into my apartment. And then that very next day, he's like, well, what's your address so I can have my mail sent here? I said, you're not having your mail sent here. That's not what you're doing. Literally, he's like, well, we're in a relationship now, so I need you to put me on the lease so I can go to the office and pay the rent. I need to, you know, have my mail switched in here. I said, sir, you're not doing any of that. Like, what do you mean? I'm literally looking at him like, my nigga, I just met you like 2 seconds ago.
Damn.
And for anybody asking, like, why did you let that man sleep on your couch? It was more so his son. Like I said, I really did care for his son, and that is really why I even considered letting them come in there, because the baby, I have a heart. I cannot, anybody for like, man, woman, anybody.
I knew that's what it was, man. She worked at the daycare, man. She feels sorry for the baby. I get it, man, but I'm a man, so it's a little different. I don't give a fuck. You're not coming. Like, figure that shit out, gang.
I cannot see a child on the street or sleeping in a car. Like, that's just not something I can do. Especially if I can help it, that's really just not something I can do for real. So, actually, I think baby slept in the room with me because he didn't want to be around his dad for real. So baby slept in the room with me. Dad was not allowed in that room for real. None of that was happening. None of that was happening. Your son can sleep in here, but your ass is on that couch, right? So that is what ended up happening. So I leave to go to work. The next morning. He drops me off. I didn't know that my sister let him back in there. So my sister let him back in.
Snap.
So by the time I get off work, I go back home. This nigga has reorganized my entire bedroom.
Wow.
And I'm looking around like, one nigga, who let you back in here? Two, nigga, who told you to just come in here and rearrange shit? He was like, well, I needed to, I needed to put me in, I was going to say the kid's name. I needed to put me and baby T's stuff away, blah, blah, blah. And I'm literally looking at him like, who the fuck told you that is what you were doing today? I said the night. So literally he kind of just forcefully moved the fuck in my apartment, right? So at this point I'm like, all right, cool. Let me not be a dickhead just simply because of the baby. Let me not be a dickhead. We kind of like, it turned into, like I said, a little 2.5.
I ain't gonna lie, see, this is how we play on y'all emotions, ladies. Like this right here. It's like, it's easy, bro. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking baby being on no street. I care, but like, nigga, I'm not about to be Captain Save-A-Ho and save no baby, bro. Like, niggas be playing on y'all emotions. He know that baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just him, he knew damn well he couldn't stay to live there. But he hit, hey, can me and my son, da-da-da. Man, listen. If a girl come at me with that, baby girl, I'm sorry, baby girl. I don't know you like that, baby girl. Let me get you a hotel room type shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of nigga. I'm nice like that, y'all. But you ain't coming to stay with me. No cap.
My relationship turned into a little 2.5-month relationship. Shit was cool. He cooked dinner, picked me up and dropped me off for work, got me anything I asked for kind of shit. So, oh my God, what more can a girl ask for kind of thing, right? I didn't ask for any of that shit. And this is not even this, but this is what iced my cake, because he took me shopping, right? Took me shopping, bought me all of this shit. bought me these shoes that I literally have only ever worn 2 fucking times in my life.
Okay.
Right? Bought me these shoes and then looked at me. We pulled up to the mall, and then he looked at me and was like, all right, you go in there and give me them shoes. I said, get you what, nigga? What are you talking about? Get you what? Get you what? Shoes. I didn't really give it to him. He talking about, well, I just bought you all of that stuff. And I looked at him and said, and you can take it all back because I didn't ask you for any of it. And he looked at me and said, well, damn, I ain't never had a girl say take it back. So take it the fuck back.
So he on some, I don't really do stuff for people and expect them to do something for me back. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, well, I wouldn't, if he was expecting like to get something back, he shouldn't have just never bought the shoes. But my boy doing a couple of weird things. But man, she need to call her brothers to get his ass out the crib. No cap.
If you did it because you were expecting something in return and that out of the kindness of your heart, take it all back because I don't need it and I can buy it myself anyway. And he's like, no, you keep it, blah, 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 right? Okay, whatever. So let's get into the nitty gritty of this story because, like I said, at this point, we're now in a relationship. I've gotten past all the other shit. We're now in a relationship, right? Or at least you thought.
Shit.
We're now in a relationship.
No, y'all was in a relationship. Y'all was.
He's like, I need you to turn. I should have seen that this was a red flag right away. Right away. He was like, I need you to turn
your location
on.
Yeah.
He got me a tablet.
Let's go.
He turned the location on the tablet. He's like,
yo, my boy ain't playing. He sound like me. He going too crazy, but he putting rules in place. Oh, we in a relationship? Oh, turn your location on. What else he gonna have you do? Let me see if I can get some notes.
I need you to turn on your location on your phone.
Yeah.
On your watch.
Yeah.
And your AirPods. And I'm like, one, I can't do that on my AirPods, so what the fuck ever. But
yo, that nigga said turn your location on your AirPods. Holy.
I ended up turning the location on my phone and my watch, right?
Yeah, she listen. I fuck with her. She gonna do it. I like this. I like her.
So, one night I caught him, and I felt like I was with my ex-boyfriend because this was the kind of shit that I was doing with my ex-boyfriend. One night I caught him on the side of the bed, like going through my phone, or at least attempting to go through my phone because he felt as though I was cheating on him. I was. I'm not even gonna hold you. I absolutely was, because like I said, I had already planned on self-sabotaging after like 3 weeks of what the fuck is happening in here. I had already planned on self-sabotaging, so I wouldn't necessarily say that I was cheating, but I was indeed talking to my ex-boyfriend and any other nigga that I wanted to talk to because we weren't really dating. Yeah.
I thought you just said y'all was dating. You turned your location on and stuff, so y'all had to be dating a little bit. Come on now, let's stop it. She was dating him. She gave him a chance. At the same time, she was like, to me, she like entertaining it. She like don't like him, but like him. Like she on the fence. She playing double dutch. You know what I'm saying? Jumping. You know what I'm saying? She like, but I think she want him out, but it's like, it's something about him that she liked, though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, that's how I feel.
No. So, hell yeah, no. I was indeed talking to anybody that I wanted to talk to, and that's exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
But I was a smart cheater, okay? I got rid of all of that shit.
Okay.
Couldn't find nothing. There was one time he did find something, and he flipped his shit. He was like, you're cheating on me, blah, 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 blah. And I looked at him like,
I wish you would tell us how she was a smart cheater so I can know and put it in my notes for future references.
Okay. We got past that, right? The last time that did it for me, before I tell you that, hold on. Because I remember one day I got off work and I sat on the fucking couch because I didn't want to go in that room with him or his kid. I sat on the couch and he comes out there and he then proceeds to look at me and say, what are you doing? I said, sitting on the couch, watching TV. He then looks at me and says, so you're not going to act like a mom and go in there and give our son a bath? Nigga, that's your kid. That kid don't belong to me. What you talking about? Talking about you not acting like a mama. I'm not a mama. What the fuck is your problem? Huh? His mother is in Seattle. I'm not that baby mama. What are you talking about? Shit low-key set me off because I'm like, I had already walked into the door to my fucking candle holders. My dad had gotten me these like pink diamond candle holders for Christmas. And I had already walked into all of that fucking glass and diamonds scattered across my fucking living room floor. And I flipped the fuck out. And he's like, what's wrong with you? I said, because you let him break something my dad gave me or bought me for Christmas. Those shits were expensive and I have yet to even use them. This nigga looks me in my face and say, chill out, I thought they were toys. If there were no kids in this motherfucker before you and your son got here, why would you think those things were toys? What? Okay. Shit made me so mad. So then when you talking about you're not gonna go give our son a bath, bitch, that's your son. Go give him a bath. What the fuck are you talking about? And I said that in the most polite way possible. You go give him a bath, I'm watching TV. What do you want from me, nigga? And then proceeded to that whole night. You're not being a good mom. You're not being a good mom because I'm not anybody's mother. What are you talking about, right? So the next red flag was he handed me his son's phone and said, log into your iCloud. I looked at him and said, no. No.
Yo, my boy, wild.
He then looks at me and says, why not? Because what the fuck am I logging into my iCloud for on your kid's phone so that you can see what the fuck I'm doing and who I'm talking to while I'm at work? I'm not a dumbass. You may think I am, but I am not. I am absolutely not. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And he was like, why? I said, because I'm not. Simple. And that was the end of that, right? So then he tried to like break into my fucking phone. And
I ain't gonna lie, my boy really don't have no. Well, I guess maybe he paying rent or something now. But I was about to say he really ain't got no foot in the game to be trying to demand all of this shit. Now, if she was living with him, oh yeah, yo, let me get your shit. Let me get your iCloud, your cloud. Put that shit in on my phone, my extra phone. Put that shit in on my extra phone, man. Put that shit on my extra phone. Log in, not on my son's shit. Log in on my shit. No cap. You see what I'm saying?
I looked at him and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, well, I'm your boyfriend. I should be able to know what's going on your phone. I said, there's nothing going on my phone. There's no reason for you to have the password because I changed it. At first, he did have it, and I changed it. And, you know, actually, to this day, this password has not been changed. It's still the same for that very reason. I changed it from my birthday to my mom's birthday. So he tried to, like, unlock my phone, and he was like, you changed your password? Yeah, I did, because what the fuck are you doing? And I even said to him, I said, what is in my phone that you need to see that bad? He's like, well, I just need to make sure you're not cheating on me. And if I was, it really wouldn't give a goddamn. It really wouldn't matter.
She right, because he probably don't live there. I mean, she could put him out.
You don't belong to me anyway, nigga. So I let him go through it just to prove the point that I wasn't talking to anybody, even though I was. I let him go through it just to prove the point, right? Once he went through it and saw that there was nothing in, he's like, I'm sorry, damn, I should have really trusted you. You should have. You absolutely should have, but you didn't, right? Okay. So we get past all of that. Here is what ended the relationship, right? Because I know at this point y'all like, damn, girl, you just talking to her. Night. So I used to nanny on Saturdays for this family, love that family down. So after I nannied, I went to work. Not really Sunday? Saturday. Saturdays weren't really my days to work, but I still just went so that way Sunday I could just chill for real. So Saturday, I locked myself in my boss's office. Had the lights off, and I was just going to town, getting curriculum and shit like that down for the week, right? Mind you, nobody knew that I was in there. Nobody knew that I was in there except for the people that saw me come in. But at this point, it's about 9 o'clock. So everybody that saw me come in is no longer there. So graveyard is coming in at this point, and when I say this, the graveyard girl, and she'll probably see this video, I don't really give a fuck. The graveyard girl at the time did not like me, could not stand my motherfucking guts because I was her boss and I was telling her to do her fucking job. She hated my guts. But I said that to say that she didn't know I was there, right? I probably should have made myself known to her. But she didn't know I was there, so he gets to call in the school's phone. Mind you, like I said, I'm locked in my boss's office. I'm on the school's phone with a parent because he called, like this granddad called asking for like rates and time frames and age groups and things like that. So me, I'm just giving out good customer service, trying to, you know, talk to granddad, telling him pretty much like, hey, it would be better if you came in here. It is about 9 o'clock. I really can't give you this information over the phone. Can you come in here, right? So I can't hang up the phone from this customer to answer this phone for this nigga. So, and I wasn't going to. So I see him calling the school, but I'm obviously not answering it. So then he started calling my cell phone. I obviously still cannot answer that because I'm on the phone with this goddamn man answering his questions. So then when I finally do answer my cell phone, like he calls me and I'm done. So when I finally do answer my cell phone, the first thing I hear on the other end of the cell phone is, you're a lying ass, cheating ass, raggedy ass bitch. And I'm like, what? I'm a what? What are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm at work. He was like, yeah, he then proceeds to say, no, you left your tablet, your phone, and your watch at work, and you hopped that wall, and you over there fucking one of them niggas.
Okay, so this is what you gotta do when they put their location on, fellas. I ain't gonna cap to you. You gotta put a tracking device in a car. Not the motherfucking AirTag ones if she got a fucking iPhone. Because you know the AirTag ones, they gonna tell you, you know, what you got a tracking device in there. Nigga, you gotta get the other joints, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the other joint, nigga. I'm telling y'all, I'm up on this shit. No cap!
Mind you, the area that this school was in was like crackhead city. I'm a bougie piece of something. So if you think I'm going, oh, one, if you think I'm popping a wall for dick, you're crazy. Two, if you think I'm fucking on a crackhead, you're even more crazy. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? At this point, I have an attitude because one, you call my phone, calling me a lying ass, think he had, like, you done called me all out my name, and I really, all kind of bitches, he done called me all out my name, all kinds of everything, right? And I'm literally standing in my boss's office, like, heart pounding. He's like, you're not at work. That girl answered the phone and said that you're not there. And I said, okay, so if I'm not at work, how am I talking to you from the school's phone right now? And that's when he proceeded to say, you left all your stuff there, hopped the wall, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking crazy, right? So then as I'm trying to explain to him, like, no, bro, she just got here. She didn't know that I was here. I literally stepped out of the office as I'm on the phone with him for her to see my face. And she's like, oh, you are here. He heard her say, oh, you are here. I'm sorry, I just told him you wasn't. He's hearing all of this, but I'm still a lying sack of fat bitches. And I'm like, okay. So now, at this point, after being called all of my name 3 more fucking times, now I have an attitude. Because at this point, not you sitting in my house telling me I'm a lying, cheating, fat bitch.
My boy got a lot of nerve. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
And you're in my house. So I said, all right, bet I got something for you. I wasn't supposed to get off till at least 12 o'clock. At least is what I told myself. I was going to be there till 12 o'clock. I said, bet, I got something for you. I wrapped all of that shit up, called myself an Uber, got my ass home.
And then wrapped his shit up.
Unlocked that door. I said, so I'm a lying, cheating. What now, nigga?
Get out.
Get out.
Woo.
Out. Immediately.
Told
right
you.
now.
Told
right
you.
now.
Told you.
Now.
Get out.
Now. He looking at me like, no. No, baby, calm down. You tripping. I didn't say any of that. And I'm
Please.
like, no, nigga, did you not just tell me I was a lying, fat, cheating motherfucker? Like, you just said all of that to me on this fucking phone. The phone that I paid the bill on. You just said all of that to me. So if I'm all of that, get your shit and get the fuck up out of here. Go.
You gotta go.
Immediately. And he was like, you gonna put me and my son out? I said, no, I'm gonna put your ass out. Your son can stay, but you can go since I'm cheating, right? Get the fuck up out of here. So then he proceeds to like, kind of like barricade me in my room. He's like standing against the fucking door. And I looked at him and I said, I don't really give a fuck.
Now it's time to go to jail.
If you're gonna put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you. And we just gonna be two fighting motherfuckers in here. That is, and I meant that. Disclaimer, he did not put his hands on me. He did not put his hands on me. But me being in that situation, like I've never been in something like that, so I thought he was going to put his hands on me. So I did indeed get a little scared, but then I remembered that I had a little up under my mattress. So that didn't matter no more, right? So I'm like, okay. At this point, like he's trying to talk to me, if he's trying to take back everything he said at this point. And I'm like, nah, I don't really give a fuck. Go. So he wasn't trying to go nowhere, right? So I step outside, because he let me out the room. I step outside, make a phone call. His shit could get really sticky really quick depending on who I call. So I'm like, but before I stepped outside and made this phone call,
Remember them brothers she said she had? I ain't never forgot about that.
I looked at him in the face and I said, you got about 3 or 4 options, okay? I said, your first option is I call my dad and my brothers. Your second option is that I call my uncle and my cousins. Your third option is that I call the fucking police. And your fourth option is that you just leave peacefully by yourself.
I'll take number 4.
I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, shit.
And set his ass on the couch. I said, all right.
Oh.
So after he said, well, I'm not going nowhere. You fucking tripping. I didn't say none of that shit to you. Blah, blah, blah. Right? I did say, oh, okay. You finna make me look like a crazy bitch. All right. Step outside. One, I did indeed call my dad, but my dad said, I'm gonna let you handle that, Doc. If you feel like you really need me, I'm already sitting in your apartment. I said, okay, bet, right? So then what do? At this point, me and my ex, we were still friends. Like, that was my dog. We were still friends, so I didn't want to really get my brothers or my dad involved for real because, yeah, I'm not going to tell you too much about my father or my brothers. But I want to get them involved because I'm like, I don't really need y'all to be going to jail. I don't. So, called my ex and his brother. Told my ex what was happening. This nigga, he was like, well, I'm like 20 minutes away. Just give me some time. I'm coming, right? 20 minutes turned into about 10 because that nigga ran from where he was, because where he was only down the street from my apartment. That nigga ran from where he was to my apartment and he was there in about 10 fucking minutes. So I don't know if he ran that entire time or if he caught the bus or somebody dropped him off. But when he got there, he was hot, sweaty, but that nigga got there. He got.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't be running and shit when you about to go handle some business, man. You kind of goddamn out of breath. You fuck around and get your ass beat. Now you done use all your energy.
There, and then shortly after, his brother pulled up, right? So I didn't tell T, the one that was in the house, I didn't tell him who either of these dudes was. I just said, walk back in the house, and I said, all right, so cool, my brothers are here to help you get your shit, right? So then he like begging and pleading with my brothers, begging and pleading with my brothers, like, nah, I'm sorry, y'all sister just tripping, she on her period, she tripping. And I'm like, I'm tripping? Not knowing that I already told my ex and his brother what had happened. So at this point, my ex is like, again, no one's blowing their cover at this point, right? No one said, like, oh, I'm her ex-boyfriend. No one's blowing their cover at this point. So once he stepped to my ex talking about, oh, well, your sister tripping, she on her period, she's upset right now. I did say this stuff to her, but I didn't mean this stuff to her. I was just joking. He then proceeds to pull his pants up, and he's like, nah, well, she said you gotta go, so get the fuck up out of here. She asked you to get your shit. We're gonna help you get your shit. We're gonna make this as peaceful as possible, but she's not comfortable with you standing right here. She's serious. She wants you to get your stuff and go. So they helped him. Like, he really was not trying to go nowhere. So they just then proceeded to get his shit, carry it down the hallway and out the fucking apartment, and put it in the little doorway of the apartment next door to me because it was vacant. So they put it over there. Because at first he was in front of my door, and I was like, nah, y'all, if y'all plan on leaving me tonight, I said no. I don't want him anywhere near my door, period, point blank, right? So he's still standing outside. Like, Shashay, let me in. I'm sorry, we could talk about this, blah, 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 blah. At this point,
I will say this, at least my boy didn't get his ass beat, man. But you were wrong, my brother. You called the girl all type of names and stuff. You in her crib, man. You do gotta get out. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Brother, but that is actually my ex-boyfriend. He's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stay. I'll sleep on the couch, but I'm gonna stay to make sure that you're good because I don't really like what's happening, right? And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. Like, I fuck with that. Thank you for staying because I do indeed feel unsafe as fuck. So as they were like taking his stuff out of the apartment, he then proceeds to look at me again and say, you really finna put me and my son outside in the cold? Yeah. And again, I said, not your son, but you. And then proceeded to call baby mama I don't think I called baby mama. I think I texted her. I think I shot her a text and said, hey, I really think that you should come get your son. I just put him and
Man, that bitch don't want her son. She too busy in motherfucking Kansas somewhere or some shit. Like, well, I was wondering that in the beginning. Why the fuck don't the mama got the son? Like, as long as she ain't in jail and shit, where the fuck is you at?
dad out. Um, Dad's being stubborn. I did tell him that baby could stay, but he didn't want baby to stay because he couldn't stay. And then mom proceeds to respond. Her response was, I don't think this is your place to be telling me what to do with my kid.
See, I told you, that bitch don't give a fuck about no kids. I told y'all that shit.
Fucking son is outside in the cold. What the fuck? Both of you bitches are delusional. Come get your kid, please and thank you. Mind you, just 3 days prior to that, mom had came out here to get her kid, and he was not answering the phone. He was pretty much like holding baby hostage. Would not let him talk to her, not let her.
Oh, I'm sorry, mama. I ain't mean to say all that stuff about you. I ain't know your baby daddy was doing all of this. I'm sorry. But should have had him in the first place. What the fuck?
See him, none of that. And she's texting and calling my phone like, hey, can I see my baby? And me, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. So I FaceTime. Talk to your son, baby. Because who am I? Who am I to keep you away from your son? Talk to your son. Simple. Come to find out, she was secretly telling him that I was letting her talk to the baby. And I'm like, why would you do that? I'm trying to help you. What the fuck? Weird ass. Long story short, all of them niggas was weird. All of them was weird. Probably the most traumatizing relationship I was ever in my goddamn life. And that was with my same son. I will never do it again. He saw that my content was taken off, so he wanted to be a part of my content so fucking bad. So we made a little couples page, right? I personally wasn't posting anything on that couples page because I didn't really give a fuck. I knew that I was going to self-sabotage at some point. Because that was my plan, to self-sabotage. Because I didn't really like this nigga. I was going to self-sabotage. So I get something said, just log onto the page, like, see what's happening on that page, right? So I get on that page, and I wish that, actually, I'm going to see if the page is still up, and I'm going to put the screenshots of what I'm talking about in the video. But I go to the page, and why is there a video of him, like, literally sitting on my fucking living room floor crying, talking about, after 2 months, it's over, and she put me out, and she broke my heart. And I'm like, sir, you gonna tell these people that you accused me of cheating? I was a lying, cheating, fat, funky bitch. You gonna tell them? You gonna tell them? Because I'm gonna tell them.
She ain't gonna tell him. I mean, he ain't gonna tell us. But yeah, I mean, it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? I do think. I mean, what she knows now that she should not have let ladies, do not let a grown ass man live with y'all if they ain't got no place to go. Like, I mean, we talking about grown ass niggas with kids and shit. I understand. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to fall off. It's easy to go through some stuff. But as a man, ladies, y'all need to stop letting them niggas move in y'all cribs. If y'all want to let any nigga move in y'all crib, let Big Play come in that bitch. Fuck is y'all talking about? I'm gonna make sure the motherfucking everything gonna be situated. I'm gonna be cleaning up after myself. I ain't gonna call you no bitches and hoes, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go on your phone because I realize the position that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying with you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you can let me get out. Like, you can put me out like that. You know what I'm saying? Come let Big Play rent free too, please. Somebody. Nah, I'm just playing. I won't never live with no woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not about to be telling me I gotta get out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Big Play Ray, I'm the boss. I'm daddy. You know what I'm saying? So we going by my rules either way the fuck it go. I'm kind of like my boy right here, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I can't do it like that because the bit, you know what I'm saying? She could put me out. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be doing all of that, but shit. Yeah, nigga, I'm just like him. Wait, put your password on this. Put your password and all this on my phone. Give me your location and all that shit. I need it. I need it. You see what I'm saying? But that's what's up though. It's a good story. I'm glad she's alright. I'm glad it wasn't bad, like it wasn't abusive or it wasn't physical or anything like that. I don't know what my boy problem is, but hopefully he get it together for the sake of him and his son. I don't know why he's trying to keep his son away from the mom. I don't know why the mom didn't have him. You know what I'm saying? That's a story in itself. But I'm glad, like I say, it didn't get physical or whatever the case is. Learning experience. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying. He was right though. She was still talking to her ex and shit. Did she catch him doing anything? I don't remember, but I think she liked him, but she didn't like him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And of course, the baby has something to do with it. Ain't nobody coming to stay at my crib. No cap! Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. It's your boy Ray Big Play. I'm gonna have my footage, you know what I'm saying, a little better for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna be here for a couple of days, so it's just gonna be a couple of videos like this. So relax. But I definitely do I need to order some more shit now that I see what the fuck I'm dealing with, right? Appreciate y'all tuning in and rock with me. It's your boy Ray Big Play.